Hi guys, and welcome back to Brummie in the Highlands. I'm here in Aberdeen today. Now I've come to Pittodrie Stadium, which is the home of Aberdeen Football Club. You can see I'm standing here. I'm right by the Merkland stand, and you've got the very old architecture there of the stadium itself. Now you can see just along this street here, it's all painted red in the Aberdeen colours, and you've got the floodlights there on the old stanchions. There we go, I'll just pan round. Now I can't actually gain access into the stadium, but I'm going to try and get a sneak peek of it in a few minutes. We'll just have a sneak peek of it in a few minutes before we go. So just on the wall here, folks, we've got the little plan of the stadium itself. You can see the Merkland stand there on the right. I'm just standing on the outside of that, which is about there. And then you've got the south stand, the main stand, and the Richard Donald stand, which is right at the front. So we'll go and take a quick look at that in a minute, but we're going to continue to walk down here because actually there's a nice mural as we go down. It's very bright, isn't it? Now Aberdeen Football Club was formed in 1881, so it's a very old club, isn't it? And then what we've got just on the end of this wall here, we've got soul, spirit and tradition. There we go, and you can see another one of the old-fashioned, there we go, you don't see those at too many grounds now, those floodlights on the stanchions there. They're all fairly new, modern stadiums now. Soul, spirit, tradition. And that's looking all the way up there. Okay folks, well I'm round the back now, back in Merkland Lane. So what we'll do, we'll just go up and see if we can see a sneak peek of the stadium inside. So guys, I'm just walking now down the street where the main stand is, and one thing I've noticed, there's not that much parking here. There is a big car park around the other side, but it wouldn't be enough to satisfy all the fans. So I would imagine that these residents bear the brunt of all the parking on match days. I can imagine it gets really, really busy. So this is the main stand, the back of it. So you've got one of the car parks here just on the left, folks. And then you've got the main stand entrance itself, Aberdeen Football Club, there you go. And the banners there are telling you all about the things that they've won. Scottish Premier Division 1984, there we go, 1985, and so on. So we'll work our way down. And we'll go to the front there. We've got the ticket shop as well, and the merchandise shop. The club shop itself is just coming into view now. We'll go and take a quick look at that, folks. So here we are, folks, this is the club shop. Get all sorts of things in there for all your Aberdeen fans. Now, as I said, it was formed in 1881. This new stadium, or I say new, it's not particularly new, but this stadium's got a capacity of just over 20,000. 20,866, I believe, and there's the ticket office there. We're now at the front now of the stadium itself. Now what I can't get over is how close it is to the sea, because there's the main stadium front there, and then if we just look over to the left, you've got a golf course just there, and then just the other side of the golf course in the distance you've got the North Sea. So it's also one of the coldest stadiums in the country. Okay guys, I just thought I'd show you why it's one of the coldest stadiums in the country. Just over the road there you'll see the stadium itself, and then just in front of the stadium you've got the golf course. Now just as I pan round, you'll see the North Sea. There we go, the North Sea is coming into view now. Now it's not a bad day today, it's quite warm today, but you imagine it when it's the depth of winter and you're sitting in that stadium and the wind's blowing a hoolie, and then just as we look up there towards the harbour you've got the Aberdeen Prom. There we go. So that's why it's a cold stadium. Now it's also the 4th largest stadium in the SPL, and it's the largest stadium outside of the central belt. Now what you've got here is the Richard Donald stand. Now what it was in 1992, 1993, the beach end stand was demolished and the new Richard Donald stand, this stand that you're looking at now, was built, and it was named after the club's chairman. And in 1993, Princess Anne attended the opening of it. So there we go. You've got a statue here of Sir Alex Ferguson. There you go. I'll just take a close up of that one for you. Sir Alex Ferguson, CBE. There we go. Now the other thing as well, Inverness Caledonian Thistle, they ground shared this back in the 2004-2005 season, because at the time Inverness were having their ground upgraded so it would meet Scottish Premier League regulations. So there we go. Now what we'll do, we'll go and make our way around to the back and we'll try and get a sneak peek over. We can't actually get into the ground itself, and that's the other car park that you can see up the side there. But again, I mean, if you imagine how many fans come here, this car parking would be a bit tight. So what we'll do, let's go and take a quick look and see if we can get a sneak peek inside the ground, but it will be brief. Okay folks, well I've climbed this hill. I'm not sure that I'm supposed to do it, but who cares? We're going to get a good view of the stadium itself now. But basically what you've got there, you can see the North Sea, and you've got just in the distance there, you've got a graveyard, quite a big graveyard, and I think the guys are actually doing the motorcycle training as well on the car park there. But now as I pan round guys, we're going to get a fantastic view of inside the stadium. There we go, look at that. Isn't that fantastic? Now one thing I didn't know, which quite surprised me, Aberdeen Football Club back in 1978 was one of the first grounds. It's actually invented the dugout. I didn't realise that. I thought the dugout had always been there. So they were the ones who invented it. And this was one of the first all-seater stadiums in the UK. So a couple of firsts there for Aberdeen. But the pitch looks almost like velvet, it really does. It's a fantastic pitch, it's in good condition there. And there we go. The Dons, Aberdeen Football Club, here at Pittodrie Stadium. Now there was talk not long ago that the stadium is going to be demolished and a new all singing, all dancing stadium is going to be built, but I'm not sure how far down the line. That would be a shame, because there's not too many of these traditional stadiums left now. And I think that would be a shame. But if anybody knows anything about that, let me know. Now you can't quite see the Richard Donald stand, which is on the right there. I can't get any closer to it, but we're certainly getting a good view. So there we go folks, hope you've enjoyed it. If you've enjoyed this short video, then just press the like button, hit the subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell for any notifications of any future videos. So from Brummy in the Highlands, until the next time, from me here at Pittodrie Stadium, I'll see you all again very soon.